Hi, I'm Kenny Anderson, Director of Multicultural Affairs for the City of Huntsville, and welcome to Impact. Each week we bring you information about exciting things that are happening right here in this community, and today will be no different. You know, one of the most important things that happens in our community is the opportunity to network, to bring people together to learn about the many things that are happening right here in this community. And Asha Kiran, one of our local organizations, that's a nonprofit organization focusing on providing information and education and empowerment to people throughout our community, has recently launched a new initiative that we're going to help you find out all about today. It's called Asha Tea Time, and today to talk to us about it are two individuals who can probably let you know everything you need to know about it. Dr. Praveena Kommidi is the Program Director for Asha Kiran. Welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you, Kiran. Thank you very much.
It's always good to have you, and it's always good to have you here because you always come bearing great information about exciting things that are happening.
Thank you.
We're looking forward to learning more about this. Maya Vasileva is here with us today. She is the Outreach and Training Assistant for Developmental Disabilities with Asha Kiran. Welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's good to have both of you here. So first of all, right out the gate, tell us what Asha Kiran is, because a lot of people may not be familiar with the organization, and then we'll talk about Asha Tea Time.
Definitely. Asha Kiran, the meaning of it is ray of hope. So it wants to be a ray of hope in the people's life where they are going through any kind of trauma. It's specifically made to help the community with any kind of problems. It might be an immigration issue or domestic violence or any kind of trauma they're going through. You need not be alone. There is a community. We can help you. So if they call us on a 24-hour Asha line, there are 24-hour volunteers helping you without judgment, without commitment. You need not even, they won't even ask for the name, if I'm right. So they will be right there to help you with all the resources they have. If they don't have a resource, they'll find one for you.
Yeah, and it's a very valuable thing because a lot of times you can be in a particular situation and feel exactly like you just suggested, that I am out there all by myself. There is no one that's going to advocate for me. There is no one who will understand me, even though all around you there may be a bunch of agencies that you can easily identify with. But Asha Kiran has established a niche in our community in order to be able to meet the needs of a specific population and then even transcends that, which I think is a real exciting part of why this organization is so valuable to this community.
Yeah, being a foreign born without knowing the language is a big challenge already to be in the society. And if you're going through any kind of trauma in your life, it might be domestic violence or any kind, it becomes completely challenging and you won't even know where to start with. So Asha Kiran provides culturally sensitive services. It doesn't matter which community you belong to. We are very sensitive towards what community you belong to, what are your beliefs, where you came from, and we provide the help you need.
Yeah, and I think another thing that's really significant about Asha Kiran and the work that you do is that Asha Kiran doesn't view itself as being alone in the community. You're always reaching across and establishing bridges and partnerships and collaborating with other people in order to reach lots of people in the community through a variety of different events. Sometimes it's education, sometimes it's empowerment, sometimes it's awareness. There are all of these different kinds of initiatives that emerge from the organization itself that are very powerful ways to bring the community together.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
And we also, we provide services in over 36 languages. So that serves the niche where there is a language barrier and that amplifies the feeling of loneliness or feeling helpless when you're in a different country.
Yeah. How do you do that? Do you seek volunteers? Because obviously you're a nonprofit. Mm-hmm. You don't have millions and millions of dollars just sitting out there waiting to be spent. You obviously have to depend heavily on the needs of the individuals that you have to be able to identify what the resources are and create some kind of balance in that whole process. So
that's correct.
How do you all make that work?
We keep our eyes and heart always open to see different individuals who are willing to help us in, it might be translation or interpretation. So we take them on board, we give them training to be culturally sensitive and to know different laws and regulations we have here for interpreters or translators. And we have a little database of people. So it's an on-the-call basis because we never know what language we'll be asked to. But we, depending on the census which goes on around, depending on what kind of population our community have, we have the same percentage of volunteers on board. Mm-hmm. So if a new languages comes in, we have resources where we can talk and take help, the same way we help other nonprofit organizations. So we call that particular person who can interpret us and help the way the person is needed and go from there.
Yeah, so it's a proactive, I think, strategy.
Definitely.
To be prepared for as many things as you can possibly face, because obviously there's no way to be prepared for every single thing. Mm-hmm. And Maya, this whole notion of being able to pull a pool of volunteers together from the community really is a valuable asset to you.
Yes, we're very lucky because the members of the foreign-born communities, they often associate with the feelings of loneliness or not knowing the system when they first came in the United States, and that really motivates them to help the people that are new to the state or to the United States and volunteer their language knowledge or any other skill they have.
Yeah, and you know, it's not really hard to empathize with that experience because I'm thinking about lots of things that I've had to think about in hindsight when I've traveled. I've been somewhere that was not my place and had to kind of figure out how to make that work. I think about as an educator when I have students come in the classroom, you see the deer in the headlights look sometimes, especially when you've got freshman students. You kind of have this expectation that they're there and they should know. Mm-hmm. But then there are all kinds of feelings and thoughts and anxieties and emotions that are part of that. It really takes being empathetic in those situations and sensitive in order to be responsive. And that's exactly what you're saying. Yes. Becomes a part of your process.
That's correct. Recently, we got a small fund from Decatur, city of Decatur. It's a new Alabamian program. So we try to make a little brochure which has a little information about little things they have to know, and it's for granted for many of the people here, saying that this is the helpline situation, this is how you talk to the cops, or this is what is acceptable here, this is not what is acceptable here. And if a cop pulls you, what you're supposed to do, like little tidbits, like a little small flyer. We've been working on that, and we do a lot of cultural sensitive trainings to all the first responders here in the city and the shelters around Alabama.
Yeah, and so Asha Kiran has this big overarching theme of empowerment, which is a huge component of the work that you do. And recently you've launched this initiative called Asha Tea Time. Tell us what that is.
It's a networking event to empower and encourage the community to come together without expectations again. A small, low-gear networking event where nobody feels any pressure of knowing something or to have a topic to talk to. They just come, mingle, have a little nice time having tea and listening to different opportunities they have. We try to have different leaders as speakers or any people from different nonprofit organizations to share different information about their organization, where we also announce different volunteer opportunities they have in the community where they can get involved and kind of open up and be a part of the community they are living in. Many times for a foreign-born that becomes a challenge, saying that, how can I help? I came from a different place, but everybody can help. And when you're in a community, we all are trying to go together and we are stronger together. So to encourage them and to make them part of the community is what is important and what we are trying to do with Asha Tea Time.
Yeah. Now, is your target audience for Asha Tea Time females?
Right now, yes.
Okay, and why did you establish it that way?
I felt like there were less, if you are professionally involved and doing a job already, you have plenty of networking events. The people who want to stay home and be a mom and be a family caretaker, basically, you don't have many opportunities. But they want to get involved and give back too, but they don't know who to talk to. So I felt like, and the students who come in from different countries, they don't know how to start that networking event, how to meet different companies or go even talk to different people and be a part of the community. They have the willingness, but the challenge of being a foreigner. So we want to kind of break that and show that it doesn't matter. Every human has the same needs. And all you have to do is have that heart to help, and there are opportunities out there. So we want to kind of open up, break the shell, if we can call it.
Yes.
And so this takes place every certain day of the month at a certain time in a certain place. Tell us about that.
It happens every second Thursday of the month from 5 to 6:30 at the Indian restaurant at the Sitar Indian restaurant here in Huntsville. And this month we're going to attend our second Asha Tea Time, and we're looking forward to many more to come.
Sure, and as a monthly event, this is an opportunity for people to gather monthly and come together with some kind of a theme, which is empowerment, essentially, but then you have a guest speaker that comes in and just kind of shares and talks about various things.
Yeah. It might be their life story, or it might be a challenge which they faced when they first came in the country.
Could
Or
be
it
a
might
call to action.
Yeah, or it might be just a success story of their business if they have started something, and what motivated them, what kind of challenges they had, how did it go about. And that kind of encourages everybody to step in and do what they loved always. And everybody has a dream, so it's like a little avenue to find the mentor or mentor somebody.
And to find resources as well.
To find resources as well, that's great.
Right. So when people come together and they have this opportunity to network, what do you hope will be the end result of that for those that participate?
To find like-minded people and to find a group where we can go, contribute and get what you need. To network with different kinds of people where you might not have the opportunity to meet with. It might be people from different countries or different occupations or different industry completely, because it's open for everybody and it's a free event. So you just...
It's open for women.
Yes, women and men.
Okay, so, well, let's go back a little bit then, because when I said your target audience is women, you said that's where you started. Is that
It
so
is,
or
but
not
it's
so?
not restricted for women.
Okay, so you promote it and whoever shows up, shows up.
That's correct.
Okay, well, good. I wanted to make sure people know that, because if it's promoted as one thing, then, as a guy even, I'm not going to come, because it's like it's the empowerment thing for women.
Yeah.
But if this is kind of an open thing, but you're targeting women, then that's a different kind of thing. And I would imagine that you're also targeting no specific age, because if you have, it's the college town, you have a lot of young women here and other students here that are certainly, could certainly be the beneficiaries of people who can put them under their wing or put them in a room where they can hear a story that motivates them or inspires them. So you would also hope that some of those individuals would take a little time out to come out to this.
Definitely. I mean, it's all about building that bridges, isn't it? And we need a lot of bridges between our younger generation to the older generation. Yeah. And wisdom is the one thing, we cannot get it from anywhere but spending time with our elder generations.
And it's also a kids-friendly event, so that is, we want to eliminate that obstacle if there is a mother with children and she does not have where to leave those children, so it is open to children as well.
Okay, so what is there, like daycare for kids, or is it just, you're just saying they can bring their kids with them?
They can bring their kids with them.
Okay, yeah, well, good. I think it's important for us to kind of let people know what they can and cannot do, because that will have a lot to do with who decides to show up. But yeah, okay. So it's kid friendly. They can bring their kids along with them.
Yes.
Of any age.
Of any age.
I mean, we
had this thought in my head.
That's correct. We have a little couple of kids last time, three I think, and we had a little coloring table where we put some pictures, and they were having fun. I mean, they were in their own world, really speaking.
I think the most important is for people to feel belonging somewhere. Yeah. So Asha Tea Time serves that purpose of people from foreign-born communities or mothers or anybody to feel that they belong somewhere.
They're part of something.
Yes, I mean, regardless. Children, mothers, men, students, whatever they are, everybody's welcome. And
well, if I showed up as the only guy and there were a couple of 3-year-olds at a table coloring, I'm going to go color with the 3-year-old. Okay. I'm just saying. Because I like to do, things that help me to reconnect with my childhood. This is wonderful. I mean, this Asha Tea Time is a great initiative. I know you want people to know lots about it. Tell us where they can get more information about Asha Tea Time.
We have a website, which is ashakiranonline.org. We can go there to find the information. Our Hope line, which is open 24 hours, is 256-509-1882. They can call that line, or asha117@ashakiranonline.org is our email. They can email us.
Also
Or they
on
can
Facebook.
they can go to our Facebook page.
All right, so lots of ways they can find out about Asha Tea Time. You also have a great newsletter. They can
That's good.
subscribe to the newsletter and stay connected to that. I mean, I know all about Asha Karan.
Yes.
Good, yeah.
Kind of like a surrogate Asha Karan guy. I'm pretty proud of it.
Yeah, I was
appreciate that.
actually saying that to Maya. You should not be worried about if you forget something. We have the right person in front of us. He will tell us because he knows more about it than us.
Listen, I really appreciate the conversation today. This is really good news to know that there's another opportunity for people to come together in our community. Thank you for being here with us today, Dr. Praveena Kommidi. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Kenny. Thank you very much for all your support you
Yeah.
do with even Kite Festival and Asha Tea Time or anything Asha Kiran does. Thank you very
Ray
much.
of Hope celebration
friend.
every year. I mean, it just doesn't matter. The sensitivity trainings, you guys always have first-class things happening, and that's a very important thing to happen.
Yeah, it won't be possible without friends like you.
Well, thank you. You're so kind. Come back. Kind people can come back. Maya Vasileva, Vasileva. I mispronounced that one more time, but Vasileva is how you pronounce it. And I'm glad to be able to finish the show by saying it correctly. Thank you for being a part of our show today.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
See a bright smile. That's just beautiful to have that on the show, too.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here, ladies. Great information, and we hope that people definitely get connected to Asha Tea Time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Asha Tea Time. We hope that you will take advantage of the information that's been shared today and that you will take advantage of contacting the folks at Asha Karan to learn more about this very important networking event that takes place once a month and provides an opportunity for people in the community to come together and get energized and empowered and feel motivated. It's a good time to do it too, because as people start thinking about the time of year that it might be, people are always thinking about doing something new, something different, something better for themselves. And that should be done year-round. So we're very grateful to have this conversation today. We hope that you will like our Facebook page, which is Impact with Kenny Anderson, where you can get more information about the broadcast that you just viewed, as well as behind-the-scenes images of what happens when the camera stops running. For Impact, I'm Kenny Anderson. Have a great day.